Happy Tip Tuesday. I am Lorraine Brock, professional organizer and owner of Get Organized. We are a professional organizing company that services all the Dallas-Fort Worth area, East Texas Tyler area, and the Oklahoma City area. And every Tuesday, I do Facebook Live on Tip Tuesday to bring you guys tons of tips on getting organized. So each week is a different topic. And this topic is probably one that's really practical to me that I use like all the time. So we're going to get started with a little bit of the topic is going to be cool savings tips. Cool. Not like not cool. Very cool savings tips. Now, some of these tips you guys may have already heard of. Some of them may be new to you. I have tried every one of these, and I do every one of these tips. What got me into savings years ago, which of course everyone loves to save, right? But I really got into it. I did the double and triple coupons, and I was one of those people that went to the grocery store, and no, the store didn't pay me money, but they would get really close. I worked really hard to get my groceries virtually free. And over the time that I did that, it was great. But when I got my own business, that sort of had to go by the wayside because the amount of time it took to do grocery shopping at that level and find the deals, I needed to use that time elsewhere. So I'm not at that level anymore. But there are other ways that I have found to save that I think is a little unique. And I thought I'd share those with you guys. So I'm going to look forward to hearing your guys' tips on some cool ways to save with some remarks down below as we get going. So today we have 6 tips. 6. It's a little bit lengthier than other times. Oh, and I want to tell you this too. A lot of the ways that I save money, not in every one of these, but in a lot of them, I actually put that cash back like it's not even something I'm using in my everyday life. Like I'll just sort of hoard it, hide it back, and use it in case of an emergency or for a special something. And I'll pull from that periodically. So it's like a little savings account for me. You can do it any way you want to do it. But it's great to know that you have these additional ways to save. So 6 tips today on Tip Tuesday for cool ways to save. With tip number 1 being put your coupons to use. In other words, on your calendar. So let me tell you, tip number 1. When you have coupons that you want to use, that you need to use, put it on your calendar of when to go use them. And think about paydays because you may not have the money to actually buy whatever you're buying until a payday. So think of when your available money is going to be coming available to actually go spend. And I'll give you an example. And I know that a lot of people use Kohl's Cash after it's expired if you're using it at a local Kohl's store. So you have to go in. But if you are using it online, it won't be accepted once it expires. The best thing to do is put that expiration date of that Kohl's Cash expiration date on your calendar for the day you intend to go use it. And many times I match that up with a coupon. Like I'll get like a 30% coupon and I'll match it up with my Kohl's Cash, the date, so I can actually, those dates sometimes cross over. And I actually can get the best value or the best savings by putting expiration dates on my calendar. I don't do this on all the coupons, and I'll give you another example. During the Christmas holiday, I actually got a coupon, and it was going to expire. In fact, it expires the 14th of March. Well, I've already used it, but I actually put it on my calendar the date that I was going to use it. Otherwise, that March 14th date just comes and goes, and I've actually lost that savings, that discount that I purchased 3 months ago. So use your calendar as a way to remind you when a coupon is about to expire. Now, I wouldn't do this again with all your coupons. Just do it with the ones that are not as common. Maybe you have to be in a particular area to go use. In this case, this coupon for mine that was expiring on March 14th, it had to involve my husband. So therefore, our schedules had to be matched together so we could go at the same time. So think about that. If it's going to expire on a date, move it forward like 3 or 4 dates. That way you have a few days to go actually do the shopping. It's just a little reminder. So that was tip number 1. I found that very successful for using coupons that I don't just let expire and waste money. So tip number 2, Kroger gift cards. I love this. So what Kroger gift cards is periodically a Kroger store will have their gift cards 4 times the fuel points. Normally they're like 1 time the fuel points, but sometimes during the year they'll do 4 times the fuel points. So what I go do is if I know that I'm going to go eat out at a particular restaurant, or if I know that I frequent a fast food restaurant, or I'm going to the movie, or in one case, I was booking an air flight and I went to Kroger during the 4 times the fuel points and got the Delta Airlines gift card. So I paid the flight at Kroger for the Delta gift card and then used the Delta gift card to book my flight. That got me a lot of fuel points. Now, the key thing in fuel points is when you get to 1,000 fuel points with Kroger, you get $1 off a gallon. So I'm filling up my vehicle sometimes for 99 cents a gallon because when the price is $1.99 for gas, I'm getting $1 off a gallon. Also, a little tip, sidebar on that. I think it's up to like 30 gallons. So if you and one of your family members want to go at the gas station together, you both can get your tanks filled up to their limit for $1 off. Or even if you have 2 vehicles in your family, you can both go at the same time and use that $1 off. It's up to a maximum, I think, of 30 gallons. A lot of times I just go by myself because no one's available. But if you're really good at scheduling, you can get that extra $1 off. So you may not have a Kroger next to you. Look at your grocery store that you shop at. Look to see if they have gift cards and if periodically they have points for something that you can get a discount with, like a fuel station nearby. I normally go and get gift cards for my personal use all the time. My dog needs a grooming cut. I will go to Kroger and buy the gift card there of the exact amount of money that I would pay at the groomers. But let's say I get a PetSmart for $75. Well, then I'll just take that card and go to PetSmart and pay them the $75 with a gift card. And I've just scored fuel points for my ultimate goal is getting that $1 off a gas. There's so many gift cards there that you can do entertainment, you can do clothing, you can do hardware, gas. It's amazing what you can do. So check out. I download the Kroger app and I just look every week to see if they have those 4 times the fuel points. And when they do, I add it to my frequent shopper card and I get that great benefit. So don't forget that. Think of every day. Like if you eat at Chick-fil-A for lunch a couple times a week, go buy your Chick-fil-A coupon at Kroger or your gift card at Kroger, and then you can save money on that and get fuel points to save. So tip number 3 is Ebates. Ebates has sort of been my hero for probably, I guess, about 10 years now. I have actually made almost $2,000 just from using Ebates. So over the last 10 years, I've made about almost $2,000 combined. You don't have to buy anything from Ebates. All it is, it's a website that you go to. You search the store that you want to purchase something from. Let's say that you're going to buy something at Container Store. You know, it's organizing, right? So you go to Ebates, you type in Container Store, and Container Store will pop up. Normally, it's about 4%. So if you spend, $10, you get 4% back. If you spend $100, you get 4% back, and it's not instantly. What happens is Ebates collects how much, or adds up, accumulates what you've spent during that particular quarter. And at the end of that quarter, they will send you an email saying, Lorraine, thanks for shopping Ebates. You've saved X amount of dollars. Normally I average about $75 a quarter on what I save. Office supplies, shoes, gift certificates, anything that you buy online, check out to see if Ebates has that store listed there first. And periodically during the year, they will also do double and triple rebates. So that money accumulates over a quarter, and then they mail you what they call a big fat check at the end of every quarter. Also during the year, and I don't exactly know their schedule on this, but normally it happens around the fall, and I'm thinking around Christmas, fall time. What they will also do is periodically they will say, hey, if you don't want your gift card back in or your money back in cash or in the form of a check, then you can select any one of these stores down below and get some additional funds added onto it. For example, let's say I had a $75 check coming to me. They may say, well, you can get $85 if you'll get your money in the form of a Kohl's gift card. Well, if I know I need to buy something at Kohl's, I'm getting that. I mean, there's all different ways that you can use that money when that offer comes out. It's not on every quarter, but it definitely is at least once a quarter. And it is a great way to save. In addition, if you have an Ebates account and you share that with your friends and they purchase something, I think after their first purchase, then you get a referral fee. I think up to $25, I think you get added on to your check at the end of that quarter. So it can truly add up. And there are a few stores, of course, that are not on there, but the main stores that we all use, they're on there, and plenty of them. Flower shops and, like I said, hardware store, airlines, hotels, ordering calendars and photos online. There's just a great list of companies you can choose from on Ebates. So that is my tip number 3, is to check out Ebates. When I told someone this one time, they're like, well, what's the catch? Nothing. Zero. No catch. You just click through the Ebates sites to the store you normally shop at. In addition, like a bonus tip on number 3, is you can stack coupons even with that rebate. And often those coupons are listed on the rebate, like 30% off and 4% back. So it's just a great way to get some unexpected money in your pocket. Okay, so tip number 4 on cool ways to save. Now, this next tip is not a tip that you're going to use right now, but it will be a good idea to go ahead and put it on your calendar. We always want to use that calendar to stay organized. That is our working scheduled to-do list. It will remind us of what we have to do, and it will be something that will save you money by doing it and using it that way. Okay, so tip number 4, Black Friday, put it on your calendar. Now, I'm not saying put Black Friday on your calendar the actual day after Thanksgiving, but you can. What I'm telling you is to put what you want to buy and have it ready so you can buy it on Black Friday. And here's an example. I create a couple different calendars for my family as gifts, like gift calendars. You can create gift pillows, gift blankets, gift mugs. Think of all those things you can create. I can't create that normally on the fly. I normally have to find the photos and decide what I want on there and make sure a little bit of all the family members get on there. So it takes me some time, even the colors and the theme I want it to be. I can't do that on Black Friday when maybe I'm doing other things or have family over for Thanksgiving or at someone's home that particular day. So I need to go in before Black Friday and create what I want, maybe a week or two ahead of time, and then save it in the cart or save it under your projects. Then when Black Friday rolls around, you getting what I'm saying? Now you just go click and pay and you get that Black Friday deal. But you got to put it on your calendar to remember to do it, or Black Friday will just be there and you won't have time to actually take advantage of those extra savings. So I would say like 2 weeks before Black Friday. So we're looking first week of November. Go ahead right now and open your calendars and put on there, order items online or create items online for Black Friday. That way they'll be ready and you can just hit the pay button on the actual day and not take too much of your time. So that is tip number 4. So tip number 5 is bonus gift cards. This tip also has a lot to do with the end of the year, around October, November, and December timeframe. Again, put it on your calendar because these are ways that I save money. I really don't save the money in October, November, December. I actually save the money like right now. But I'm purchasing the things in October, November, and December, but I actually save the money later on in the new year. And you'll see what I'll talk about as I tell you about this. So bonus gift cards. Normally around the last few months of the year, many restaurants, mostly restaurants, will have bonus gift cards. So if you're out to eat and you say, okay, you buy a $50 gift card, you get $10 of a free gift card in addition. Great offer if you know you're going to be there or go there frequently. Maybe you eat out after church every Sunday and you know the restaurants that you go to. Maybe you know you have date night coming up, a couple times during the next year and you're going to want to purchase at a restaurant you and your spouse love. How I have done it in my favorite restaurant that we often purchase them from is BJ's, B-Stage Restaurant. We go in, and normally when you purchase a $100 gift card, you get $25 free. Plus they throw in another bonus gift card of 20% off your meal. Plus they throw in a set of drinking glasses with chalkboard labels. I wouldn't use them to drink with, but they're cute to labeling and putting like pens and pencils. They've done that the last few years. I love their way they do it because what happens is they actually add on more than other restaurants. So when I said I use the savings the next year after I bought them, it's true because you can't use the bonus gift cards or the 20% off until the following year. So let's say that I bought $100 in gift cards at BJ's restaurant in 2018 in December. Well, I'd be able to use that $100 immediately in that gift card for myself or give away as a gift. And then I actually get to use the bonus gift cards and the 20% off, even stacking them in January, February, and March. Normally they last like 3 months. So I have a few bonus gift cards that are coming up that's about to expire. That's when I told you earlier, it's good to put it on your calendar. So if you have things that are expiring like gift cards or gift coupons that are like a coupon savings, then you won't forget to use it. So those bonus gift cards are incredible, but I think ahead of where I might use them, taking out people, family coming into town, special events, date nights. I think of that and then I get those gift cards, use them for myself and use the bonus gift cards for myself as well the next following year. All right. Lots of tips today on saving. Tip number 6 on cool ways to save. This is one that's a little bit out of the ordinary. Class action lawsuits. Can you figure out what I'm about to say? Class action lawsuits. No, I'm not telling you to hire an attorney, and I'm not telling you to spend any money to make money. We have often, all of us, including you guys, often get little postcards in the mail about class action lawsuits that you can be a part of. I want to give you I want to tell you, I've never had any negative experience with this. So there could be a negative experience, but what it is if you have been a customer of some company or clientele, or you've been involved with them, maybe even sometimes received phone calls from a particular company, then you're automatically in that class action lawsuit. But you normally have to file an online claim, which you think, oh, that's a lot of work. Well, really, it's not. They normally have a website on that postcard. You can log on to the postcard or log on to the website using the address on the postcard. And then you can just fill out this very simple form, probably no more than about 5 questions, just confirming that you have had an American Express, or that you were part of a homeowners association, or that you bought life insurance through a company, or you used AT&T phone service. I'm just throwing out generic ones that I've heard of. Someone brings a class action lawsuit towards a company, and basically the money that they receive from the companies is put into an account. And those people that want their share of that, based on how many clients there are to divide that out, they get that money. The largest check, let me try to think here. The largest check that I have received, I want to say, was $550 something per person in my family. Yes, you're correct. 5 checks at $550 a piece was the largest one we received, probably 8 years ago. I was like totally stunned. I was like, what? That's a lot of money. And it's just money that's setting an account for anyone that was a user or a client of that particular business, that the attorneys and judges put aside for that class action lawsuit. If you don't claim that money, it goes back to the company. So it's just money sitting there for you. And you've already been notified that you're part of a class action lawsuit. So now you really have to just get online and verify that you want to be a part of it, or that you want to receive funds from it. I've received them where they're probably $10 or $20 as well. The most recent one that I received in February was $76. I can't even remember what company I received it from. Maybe a credit card company. I don't even know. But I get probably a half a dozen of those a year. So if you just take them and shred them or throw them in the trash, highly, highly recommend that you look at going online and being part of that class action lawsuit. It doesn't require any effort on your part, but just going in and filling out about a few answers online. And then normally the postcard will say, hey, you should expect something around this date. So I normally keep the postcard until I've actually received the funds. Sometimes it'll tell you how much you potentially could receive. Other times it doesn't say. But it's always a wonderful surprise when you go to your mailbox and there's just a check in there that you totally did not expect. The whole process can take anywhere from 6 months to a year. But when you get in the system, you sort of forget about it, and then you're pleasantly surprised when you go to your mailbox. So another cool way to save money, or should I say get money, is those class action lawsuit postcards that come in your mail. So that is all of my tips. I could go on and on. I absolutely love cool ways to save. I really love it. And I love saving and using that money. On to the next thing. And the next thing is we gave away, from last Tip Tuesday, we gave away a Go t-shirt and a key ring that clips to your key ring clip that clips to your purse. And we gave that away to Mary Pat. She is in Murphy, Texas. And Mary Pat enjoy using the keyring clip and enjoy wearing that Go t-shirt. So we'll be getting it out to you. So each week we give away something to someone that can leave a comment down below of something we're requesting. All right. So this week we're giving away Starbucks gift card. I know. I really wanted to keep it myself. Oh, your question is, did I get this at Kroger? You bet. Got about 4 of them. I'm giving one today. That means I've got, if it was 4 times the fuel points and it's a $10 gift card, I got 40 fuel points right there. Remember 1,000, which is easy to get. If you buy groceries or buy gift cards, you can really stack up the points in a month, and you can even get them to pay some of your bills. It's amazing. So our gift card. So how do you win the Starbucks gift card? Leave a comment down below of your favorite cool way to save that I mentioned. I mentioned 6 of them at the beginning of this episode. So make sure you go back and listen to those and leave a comment down below of which one was your favorite way to actually save. Also, I'll throw you in a second time in the drawing if you can leave me a comment down below of another unique way that you find savings. Maybe that's another way out, and maybe an app, maybe some kind of thing in the mail. I don't know. But if you know of another cool way to save, I will put you in the drawing as well if you will put your answer down below. So Starbucks gift card, $10 there. We'll give that away next week on Tip Tuesday. All right, on to our next thing. Okay, our Tip Tuesday tool of the week. Going to show you, this is our Tip Tuesday tool of the week. You hear it? I guess it doesn't break, does it? No, it doesn't break. Okay. I don't even know exactly what this particular item is called, so maybe you know it, but I have used this in clients' home periodically when we are trying to keep their receipts organized. So it's like a desktop push pin where you would take, like you see these in restaurants, like in fast food orders, where they would have an order taking form and they would just put it over here. This is an option if you struggle with keeping receipts organized or even together. And I realize they can be in your purse, they can be in drawers, they can be on countertops. But sometimes if you just have this setting out on your countertops in the kitchen or on a bar area or someplace that you enter your home, when you take out receipts, just pokes a little bitty hole in it, just a little bitty hole, and you can just put the receipts over it. And at the end of the month, you can take all the receipts out off of this and then reconcile your books or do whatever you need, even throw some away. I keep receipts for a little while, depending on what I've purchased. If I'm reconciling with my credit card statement, if I bought a new pair of tennis shoes, then I need to keep those receipts or that receipt for a little bit longer to make sure my shoes are not going to just fray or just fall apart. I will keep those things for a little while, and then once I've gone through my receipts, I'll get rid of it. I got this one a while back at Walmart. I think it was like $2.50. Now, if you have little kids, be careful. Don't put it down where they could get it because it is pointy and sharp, but it's not going to hurt an adult, but it would hurt a kid, especially if they're playing with it and could poke it in their eye. So keep one of these on your kitchen counter somewhere, maybe on your desk, in an entranceway where you can just take out receipts out of your wallet and your purse. And it's one place that you can get your spouse and yourself or your family, whoever uses the accounts, to put their receipts. And it's not just floating around. And then when you walk by, the receipt just lightly falls off into the floor and floats down behind the chair. Disorganized, and it just won't work real well. This is a better solution. It's just a solution. It may not be the solution for you, but you can get these at any office supply store as well. All right. So on to next week, Tip Tuesday. Next week, everybody could use this. We're going to be talking about email organization. So if you struggle with email, like keeping up with, did you respond? Did you not respond? I mean, we all struggle with it. We all have lost emails, and I accidentally deleted things, and you're not going to solve it 100%. But those people that live that way, like all the time, there is a better solution to organizing your email. So we're going to talk about that next week. So join us for that and get great tips on organizing that inbox and all those emails coming in. All right. I want to talk a little bit about something that I had asked our organizers to send me a little while back. And I'm only going to read from one of the organizers, but I asked them, I said, tell me, when you go into your client's home and you're organizing, tell me where you have actually not only organized and gave the client a great, beautiful, functional room when you were done, but tell me how else you have saved them money. Maybe you found something. And so I got quite a few responses back, and I think I shared one of those with you last week, and I'm sharing another this week. So I had one of my organizers write in, I was working in a hoarding home. Now remember, these scenarios have nothing to do with just a hoarding home. It could just be a cluttered home. But in this particular scenario or story she's telling, it was a client of ours that was in a hoarding home and we were working in it. She says, we found over $1,000 in cash. That is amazing. You just paid for all the services and more and got your home organized for that $1,000. Oh my word. And several coin collection sheets worth $200 to $500 each. Wow. We're not done. Here we go. Stamp collection was also found. Do not know the value of that in dollars, but it was valuable to the client. Railroad items were several $100s. Like these things had been lost. They didn't know what they had. They had forgotten about them, couldn't find them. Found several titles when doing paperwork. Found a wedding ring. That, my word, found the client's safe and keys one time. That is a lot of savings. It's amazing. So in just this scenario, let's just take the cash and the coin sheets, lots of money there that was just loosely flying around in the client's home, or not really flying, probably hidden. And then on top of that, documents that were found that allowed the client not to have to go through all that work and process to get those documents back again. I remember one of the first homes that I was organizing it within my first year. It was a home in Richardson, and the couple was a awesome couple. They had celebrated, I guess it was their 25th wedding anniversary is what I think it was. We went to their home, started organizing. I think we were there 2 days. I'm not sure on the first day or the second day, but we found a ton of cards, like greeting cards. Congratulations. You two are an awesome couple together. And let's just say it was for their 25th wedding anniversary. Inside those cards, nearly every one of them either had a check or cash in that. Their wedding anniversary had been 6 years ago. 6 years later, we found those greeting cards with the checks in them and the cash. Now, granted, the checks were really no good, but the cash was a surprise and a delightful surprise. So I'm just telling you, it pays to organize your space. It's amazing what things you might find that you didn't even know you had, including lost documents, cash, outstanding checks that possibly could still be good, as well as jewelry and keys. Oh my word. Maybe you're looking for things that are not so valuable, like dollar amount, but maybe you're looking at, there's a code to the safe that you can't get into and you don't want to ruin the safe. So if you find that code, what a blessing that you can actually get in there now. So I'm just saying, hiring an organizer will change your space, your life, how your home functions, how your business functions. But at the same time, many times we find things you don't even know you had or you've forgotten about or that you thought were completely lost. So I just wanted to share that little story with you. Really thought that was a blessing to that client that day and how surprised that they were. All right. So again, next week, we're going to be talking about email organization. And this week, you have a whole week to make a comment, leave a comment down below on what tip that you liked from my tips of the 6 tips I left. for the cool ways to save today. Which one did you like? And then in addition, you can score a bonus entry for getting the $10 Starbucks gift card if you tell me another way, a unique way that you like to save money. Or maybe it's an app, maybe it's something that is something you get in the mail or a website. Just let us know. We would love to hear it. So thanks for joining me on Tip Tuesday. I always love bringing you guys tips on better ways to organize your home, business, or life. Thank you for joining me. I'm Lorraine Brock with Get Organized, and we'll see you next week on Tip Tuesday. Bye-bye, guys.